Hey everybody, whenever you're watching from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we're back in EU4 to continue the Madyas half campaign. And last we left off, let me move this election event out of the way. Last we left off, we finished taking, all of the Pacific Islands, and so the entirety of the Polynesian Triangle trade node should be under our control now. And aside from that, we've started colonizing parts of the Moluccas trade node now. And I think this is down to like the last, how many provinces is this? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're down to the last 6 colonizable provinces in the Moluccas trade node, which means it's about time for us to resume our conquest of the main area that we are supposed to go into. Because like I mentioned before, we are trying to get control over the entirety of the East Indies here, and we're going to start from this region over here. We're going to push into Java, also take control of, or clean up the rest of Sulawesi. And then if we have time, I'll try and make a landing over here in Borneo as well, so we can clean that up. And we're gonna be on our way to forming Malaya, which requires us to have a lot of provinces, which we did not expand into. A lot of it's concentrated over here, and we expanded like outward. But this was just like the easier conquest, just because no one's gonna contest us here, right? Also, we already cleaned up Australia, and my colony should be finishing up here. They're down to the last 2 provinces, so that's nice. Do I still have them on? Yeah, so once they have colonized these last 2 provinces, which they're already sending the colonists over, I'm just gonna shift them over to I'm gonna shift them over to allow settlement growth, because they can't really have them colonizing other stuff outside of their colonial region anyway. So once that's done, that'll be good to go for them. And we still have to figure out how I'm going to deal with Castile. They have started to colonize the inner area of Africa, which is not great. Actually, is this the... I'm gonna have to contest this province specifically, because this one does spawn coal in the future. So once we're done with the last provinces over here in Guinea, I'm gonna start cutting off the Spanish from the inner parts of Southern Africa. I want to make sure that this is entirely under our control. Hey Spar, good morning. Aside from that, right, we still have to figure out how I'm gonna fight Castile. Thankfully, they still haven't formed Spain, because they're rival to Aragon, and it doesn't look like they'll be forming Spain anytime soon, especially considering France has just eaten a chunk out of them here. And I don't know why Aragon has this province. And also Portugal seems to have gotten a portion of Granada, so yeah, it doesn't look like Castile is going to be able to form Spain, which is great for us. We also have to deal with England as well, because they do have provinces over here. Unfortunately, they're not like a direct border province, so I can't declare on them for colonialism. I can do that for Spain. The thing is, if I declare colonialism war for them on Spain, that would mean I just have to hold the provinces over here, and I can like force them to piss off. But yeah, it's still annoying that they're allied to England. Like, the 2 colonizers have allied each other, so this is a bit annoying. But we'll see how this goes. Anyway, let's go to full screen. And before we take this election event, I am about to cap. If this gives me Diplo, I'm gonna cap. I'm gonna overcap, so I'm gonna spend my Diplo right now. And let's dev... We can dev Lanao. Although I think I do have an edict in Ambon. In Ambon? Yeah. So let's boost up our Clove province there. Now let's take this election event, or I guess I can just keep it running. What else do I need to do just in case before we unpause? Autonomy is fine. Nothing to exploit in terms of provinces. I think we're good to go. My marine force limit has shrank, so I'm kind of over limit on marines. We'll just regular consolidate those later. It's probably... I might have had like a land force limit modifier advisor last time, which is why I ended up building over limit and then it shrank. But once I reconsolidate these to the actual limit, I'll probably fill out the rest of my army with regulars. Because having my army be full of marines is kind of rough in terms of battles. Hey, toddling statesmen. Right, looks so smooth. It's not about the game UI, or are you talking about the game UI or my stream UI? My stream UI is basically nothing other than myself at the top, right? If you're talking about the game UI, I don't really run any like UI mods, so that's probably why it's a bit cleaner. Right, so we set the fleet over here because we're setting up to attack Buton. And my troops are already here as well, so let's go ahead and unpause. Okay. Immediately, just gonna go in. Where are the other Marines? So these guys I think are dealing with, yeah, they're dealing with the rebels over here. And then I think I had rebels in the Maldives as well. Yeah, 80%. This game UI, yeah. It's probably because I don't run UI mods or really any mods for that matter. This is as vanilla looking as of the game as it can be. Let me put this with the overcap on Diplo. And of course we crushed their navy. We stole 5 light ships. Cool. We're gonna just disband those for sailors later. Is this the entirety of their fleet? This is 41810. 415.6. That's 18. Yeah, okay. This is the entirety of their fleet is like blockaded here now, so that's good. I can split the transports off. We're gonna pick up our marines and we'll transfer them over here on this side so that we can fight these guys over here. Although full backline artillery, I'm not looking forward to fighting that with marines. Okay, no more exploration, so let's do protect trade in Canton. Okay. You don't have a fort here, do you? Base regiments needed 4. They took defensive, I think. Yeah, they do. So garrison size. So we'll just leave... Do you have a siege pip? You don't have a siege pips. Okay, so we'll leave the artillery and just 1 regiment by themselves. We'll send the army over here. In terms of tech, they should have caught up because we've bordered them for quite a while, yeah. So we're gonna need the support of our marines. And there's the rebel stacks over there. Let's bring more marines over. Okay. Now, I haven't gotten around to building a full backline of artillery yet. So we still have to reorganize the army. Do we still have unrest here? Oahu. Yeah, we have rebels that might spawn in Oahu, so I'm gonna move my troops over there. Oh, I didn't see that voice sound effect. It's a bit hard to notice. But yeah, that is me. I'm a talking circle that plays map games. Sometimes. Okay, let's send the army over to Palopo. Send the marines over to just to support. The marines are really just there to intimidate the AI. I don't... If they actually took the fight, I don't think my marines would win. Yeah, okay, so this one's part of the state, so let me click this. just so we're not overcapping. In terms of tech, we're still ahead by 4 years, so I don't want to take tech right now. I don't want to pay for the full cost. Let's take the population. Just to speed that up. Okay. There goes Bhutan. We can get our artillery over to the side. Nice meeting. Typing's hard. Thanks for dropping by the stream. Welcome. Okay, we stole a transport and 2 galleys. Nice. Let me split this off. And also I need to delete these light ships. We don't need them. Let's get the marines or the sailors from them. Now the British lose it just because they lost their queen. Is it too soon? Is it too soon for that joke? Maybe. Making an island-only empire? Pretty much, yeah. We're aiming to form Malaya as the nation of Madyas. So we started in the Philippines, and so we're gonna try and conquer the rest of the area. I guess we'll just have the Marines over there just to support. I guess we can have the Marines over here then instead, just so that they're closer. Because I have a feeling they're probably gonna stop the 4K stack, surely. Okay, Madang turns to spices, nice. Okay, Sula. Click this. But yeah, it's mostly islands, but we're gonna have some stuff in the mainland soon enough. Because after I finish up here in Java, Sulawesi, and Borneo, we're gonna start pushing into the Malayan Peninsula, and then eventually we might take stuff from Indochina as well. Okay, let's... I don't want to cancel this just yet. I think we can still develop since we're still near cap on Diplo. Are you a Malay too? We could say that. In terms of, at least according to the game, at least according to the game, in terms of culture, I am Filipino. Something that King Henry had never said. So yeah, let's just watch as the... They're not actually gonna stop me here, huh? 64... Wait... 57... Okay, there we go. Let's see. What can we take in this peace deal? Does Bonnie have a lot of money on their own? 245. Oh, actually, they have a lot of money on their own, so I think I'll do that. But first, let's... no, not release, sorry. Let's have them break their alliance with Kutai. And do this, and we'll take some more reps and money. We can attack them again later. Do you want streaming Twitch too? Yes, I am simulcasting. Let's bring these two together. I think we should get the full peace deal after this fight. We also took... Oh my god, we destroyed their navy. Holy shit. Okay. 4 galleys, 3 transports. Nice. Are there a lot of Filipinos getting to E4? I don't know if there are a lot. I haven't seen any other streamers, Filipino streamers, playing this game. Okay, there's a stack wipe. And yeah, we should be able to take full peace deal here. So it might seem silly not expanding into them right now, but they have a lot of money that I can use for infrastructure. So we're going to take that money first, and then we can just attack them and conquer the land later anyway. And then for Bhutan itself, we're gonna full annex them, take their money. As soon as my diplomat comes back, also let's... I guess we can keep the spy network in Bone. My truce with Sambas is not until 1605, so we have time before our next show strength war. Let's move the troops over here. Hey Atlantis. It'd be nice if there were barely no any activation side EU4 communities. No EU4 is Filipino too. Ah, I see. Okay, so we're gonna core this. We're still... Yeah, still it's 3 years, so... I'm gonna keep that edict up. That's Dev Buru now. For the juicy cloves. And... let's make some manufactories, because we still have... Yeah, we still need a trade station in every clove province. And let's score this. These streams like near midnight. Ah. Okay. Let's move the fleet over to Bhutan. And then we can transfer the army over here to Flores and start working our way through Bali. They're allied to Sunda and Kutai. Kutai's a tributary of Samba, so I don't have to worry about getting annexed. Spices, nice. And the colony here is done. Which means we can start sending, what is it, 24.2. Is it all 24.2 from this point? And spices, 4.2, 4.2. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't actually matter now for the Guinea dressing meeting. Well, I never understood this game. It's just a glorified Excel spreadsheet simulator that just has nice graphics. You're basically stacking modifiers on top of modifiers in the guise of a map painting game. That's what this game is. What ideas did I go for? I went for exploration, expansion, offensive, and quality. I mean, I have to open my sticky notes. I have like... whenever I play this game, I always have like a sticky note with the ideas I'm planning to take for every nation that I play. I'm gonna have to open it later. Once we get... what's the next idea? 18? Actually, no. It's gonna be a while before I decide for the... or before I decide to... or I need to check the ideas, so... Anyway, right. So where do we want to send the colonists? This is a complete state. This one... So we're 2 provinces away from here. This is 3. So I guess we'll just continue here. So we can complete the state. How much of my gov cap am I over already? Ooh, that's a lot. I don't want to unstate stuff. We went over just because I started developing more provinces. So I think we're gonna need to build... Yeah, we're gonna need to build more of these courthouses pretty soon. We'll build one over here in Matsolo while it's available. Okay, let's get the army over to Flores. If I declare on Bali right now, we're gonna be up against 21,918. So Sunda... what I can see happen here is they just... because it's a straight line, right? So no matter what, I'm gonna have to fight 2 of them at the same time here. Kutai I can pretty much ignore, I think. Because I do have the strongest navy in this entire region and probably entire game right now. Yeah, by a long shot. Japan does have more durability, but it almost doesn't matter. In terms of morale, naval morale, like we have a lot. So no one can really challenge our navy right now. Right, I should change my diplomat here. Let's put a spy network in Bali. And then let's put another spy network in Sunda. We'll use the diplomat that's coming back to declare the war. I'll take the settler chance and global settler increase here. Okay. I am at a disadvantage here because I don't have my full backline of artillery yet, even though I can. Maybe we should make some more artillery before we go in. Yeah, let's make more artillery before we go in. I'm gonna move the Marines further back. Thank God there's a crossing here. I don't need to use my boats. And then in terms of raiding, where is the cooldown? Okay, so it's gonna be a while before we can raid again. I'm not gonna bother going all the way to the Far East because they don't have much money anyway. Well, they say it's magical number stacking and not much on ground. Yeah. Let's make our artillery. I'm gonna make them here since it's much faster. Oh. I don't have burger loans. I'm gonna have burger loans for. Okay, I'm gonna burger loans for artillery here. Okay. Oops. There we go. So we're going to make up to force limit of artillery, I guess, just so we have some, and then we'll consolidate our Marines later. Once they take more casualties, we'll just do regular consolidate to reduce their numbers. You went pirate? Yes, I went Pirate Republic Madyas. That is what I did in the beginning. And nice, we got this mission. Have a trade station in Ternate and Tidore. We get Clove Boom until the end of the game. Production efficiency plus 20%, so that should be very nice for income. We're already at force limit, so I don't need to spend that. So I guess I'll spend the rest of my money on some more infrastructure here. Get all those trade stations. So we have a trade station on every Clove province now. So that's gonna, once those are built, we're gonna have a lot of money. Let's see what they can with EU5. Yeah, I haven't looked at anything for EU5 right yet. So I don't expect to get the game anytime soon. Like, even when they release, I'd probably wait a bit longer before I pick it up. So I haven't like checked anything on what they've showed off so far. I just know it exists. That's it. Okay, we'll do a few more dev clicks on Uru. Okay, stability, 15% reinforced speed or prestige. I'll take the stability. I have a lot of prestige already. Is that all my artillery? No, we have a few more artillery over there. You can get. And do you have anything that needs workshops? I'm just gonna put workshops in those provinces. Coffee and spices. Valuable enough anyway. Skill 2, trade efficiency, 10%, half cost. Okay, my current advisor is spy network. Yeah, let's take him. That should be all of my artillery now. I can make another one. 38 days. Let's grab these troops over. And let's do another click. Lose the manpower. Okay, we're definitely gonna lose the manpower. I don't want to lose discipline. That is not good. Mil power, mercantilism. Yeah, we haven't. I didn't have that many monopolies going early on, so I haven't been able to rack up mercantilism. We're low on mill power, so I think I'll take the mill power here, and then next year we'll be able to take tech at no penalty. Okay, there's our colonist done. So let's go ahead and send over to Daru so that we can complete the state. Click on Sula. And this is what, admin? Lower inflation with that one. So we're saying, what strategy would you take? What do you mean, what strategy would I take? What are the choices? We'll let the election event run here. I'll wait on the Seas land when they're at 50. Trail unlocked, I just surrounded big kingdoms. Landlocked and surrounded by big kingdoms. Try and ally like one of the big powers around you. Assuming they don't want to eat you. Okay, what's this? 200. We're gonna go negative. We're gonna end up taking a loan. That's fine. We're making positive balance anyway. Let's just surrounded by big kingdoms. I would go for just allying one of those big kingdoms if I can, or like I'll even take like being a subject to one of them temporarily, just so I don't die, right? But also, like, it really depends on which region you're talking about, because it kind of depends on the region as well. Endless Legends members are getting early access. I think it's really June or it's just summer. Really? Oh well, it might be time to check what they cooked for Endless Legend too. Okay, let's declare this war. We'll have the Navy just support the troops. I'm gonna send. I don't know if I can get to Bali before their troops consolidate over here. They have a 5k stack over here. That means they have 28 somewhere else. I hope Sambas does not give them access. They have access. Never mind. Okay, there goes that thing in Bengal area of India. Good luck. That's all I'll say. Good luck. I haven't played in that region that much yet, so I have not that much experience with like that area. So I So I haven't really thought of anything specific yet. Maybe I should just go around and crush their fleet first. Their fleet evaporated. What? That was a one-day battle. Oh my god. Okay. I think we'll have to split the fleet here. We'll have these over... Actually, no. Let's have this one over here, and then the other half of the fleet... The other half of the fleet goes to Kutai. That'd be your Comfort Nation Region B. I mentioned this before, I guess, like, so a lot of you are probably like new to my stream, so you probably weren't around when I was talking about my favorite regions to play. I mentioned this before, but as long as it's like outside of Europe, I hate playing in Europe, actually. Europe is a pain in the ass to play in, so... like, I've played in Africa, I've played in Japan. Obviously, I'm playing this region, and like, this is not the first time I've played Madyas. I play in South America. But yeah, playing in Europe, like, I've played some nations in Europe, especially when I was just learning the game for the first time. But I hate it. I hate it here. What about this Crimea? Crimea is, oh my god, don't play it. Crimea. It's like over here, right? Pretty rough. That's near the Ottomans, too. Right? Or am I getting my geography wrong? Do I need this many ships to blockade? You have 7 galleys and 7 transports. I think I can just match this. I can just match this and send the other portion of the fleet elsewhere to support. Just keep them out. Down to Genoa. Right. So it's like let me just find it here. If I can. Right, Crimea is the Khanate over here that becomes like a subject to the Ottomans at some point, right? I haven't played Crimea before. Let's colonize this one so it's connected. And we're capping on Diplo. Can we take tech yet? No, not yet. In the steppe region, I haven't played any of the hordes yet. I should try. Like, I should try the hordes one of these times. But I kind of had a horde game before. When I mentioned I played in South Africa before. I did Butua, but then if you go down the reforms, the government reforms of the tribal nations, you can shift into a horde. So I did Butua into a horde, and then I claimed the mandate of heaven. Is what I did before. That was a long time ago. That was before I was streaming, and that was also before like a few DLCs. That was before Origins, actually. I remember I played Butua before Origins, so they had like the very small mission tree, and I did. And it was funny because the only reason I did that was because I know that, or I read that you could claim the mandate as long as you were bordering the emperor and you had a pagan or Eastern religion. So that means all of the pagan religions, and fetishist was pagan religion. So I did the fetishist Butua horde into claim the mandate of heaven. Too bad I don't have the save file anymore because it's like incompatible, but I think I got the or I almost had the Empire of China in name disaster because I had like so many cultures I had to accept. I had to make space for 2 Chinese cultures so I don't get the disaster. But yeah, like I had control of China, and then this entire region of of like Africa, and then also parts of India. It's it was pretty silly, and it was also like really silly because what you could do if you were rich enough, right? So the mechanic of like buying trade company provinces from some of the Asian nations. Actually, do I have the option here? Where is it? There we go, charter company. So because my empire was pretty big, what I did was I got enough money to buy charter companies, and because the charter companies counted as a province that bordered that nation, and because I was a horde, I had the tribal conquest CB on them. So so I just did what I just did was like I bought charter companies on like the Indian nations, and because I bordered them now, I could invade it from there. But yeah, it's cursed. It was cursed as hell, but it was really fun. Also, why are you not moving? You should be going to that fort, bro. I've been trying to get this army to like move. Okay, so we have Kutai blockaded, and we have pretty decent control over here. Hopefully they don't try to interfere here. As long as we get the siege on Bali, then we'll have taken war score, and because we'll have control of this province, there's a straight crossing here they can't cross. So what I can do after that is just send my marines over to like random spots, take a province, and then transfer my army there before they can unsiege this. My dumbass always wants to play a hard underdog nation. I mean, that's fine. Like, hard underdog nations are fun to play. The catch there is like you need to know how to get out of the underdog situation part of the game. You basically made them sign their death wish? Yes, I did. That's I did that. When I discovered, or when I realized that you could do that, it was so stupid because like you would think they wouldn't let like a horde buy a charter company from across the sea, but the game allows for it. So you know, gotta make do with like what makes it easier for you to invade them. And also because like I was playing a horde, so doing like a naval invasion was pretty freaking hard. So I had to like make sure I had a port that I could land in first. We're gonna dump my admin. There are provinces like really high dev that I can click for expand administration. These ones are all like provinces already clicked earlier. Same with Panay. Yeah, I already clicked Panay earlier. I'm pretty sure I expanded into Dora Internata as well. How much am I earning? I'm earning 14 admin monthly for 969, so that's like that's like three ticks in November, December, January. Okay, we might be able to make it to January without me overcapping on admin, so I can tech up then. Yeah, what times do you usually stream at? This time right now, it's been 40 minutes since I started my stream. I usually stream at this time, and my streams usually run for like almost 3 hours. And that's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Although depending on your time zone, it might be like a bit wonky. I know for my like US audience, this is like in the morning for them. But it's always like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, around this time for like 3 hours. Okay, there's the rebels. I could bring in this stack of marines here since the rebels are gone. Yeah, we have like no more rebel issues anymore. I think the army that's over, yeah, the marines over here are suppressing the rebels. If I move them out, the unrest, yeah. So we have friendly troops minus 2.75. If I move my army out, the unrest will spike up again. So we'll leave the troops over here for now. But the one in the Maldives we can pick up and have them help with the war. Imagine transferring horses to fight. Yes. Like, doing naval invasions in this game without using marines or without like having a strong navy is hard. It's also one of the reasons why like later on I think what I might just do is like we'll do a colonialism war against Castile so we can take South Africa and then just have my navy prevent them from landing ever. Okay, we're now on time on tech, so I'm gonna start taking these. Can have mills, trade efficiency, and then this is Miltech 16. Ah, okay, so Miltech 16, this is actually when I'm supposed to do full backline artillery, because this is when we get our artillery fire to 2.4. Let's do chambered demi-cannon. I can have, actually, how many transports do I have here? 7. Let's split the transports off. I'm gonna use my marines. I'm gonna have them like swing on by to Tunang Bewang. I'm surprised they didn't siege down Bengkulu. Gonna have to fight England for that one island eventually. Yeah, it's not just one island. They got Sumba and Yamdena, and they also have Kalimantan. So I am going to have to fight England, who's allied to Castile. Thankfully, like, England hasn't formed Great Britain and Castile hasn't formed Spain. So as long as they haven't like formed those nations, it's fine. But at the very least, like, those are the only things I need to take off from the Europeans. Okay, let's merge the transport crap. Oh, we don't have enough transports. I'm gonna break off one of these guys. Oops. I'm gonna break off one of these transports, just so we have enough transports for the Marines here. And I probably don't need to blockade this side anymore, I think. So we can move the fleet. Right, this is like one C zone. The C zone always trips me up because it's so weird. It's like over here and then it extends over to this side. Okay, well, the quarantine. How long is this war? It shouldn't be that long, actually. It's just that I've been pausing and unpausing this entire time while talking, so I've been yapping a lot. That's why it seems long. That's what's happening. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised how much area to go before the Europeans came around. Yeah, that's thanks to the exploration and expansion ideas, and also I took Micronesia as quickly as I can, which gave me access to Nanmadol, which is the monument that gives you settler increase. What's the best tree? What do you mean best tree? Especially Australia 2 dogs you can't. So Australia was a different case. What I did with Australia was I did not colonize this myself. I attacked the natives, and because they were migratory tribes, I took their province without annexing them, which forces them to migrate and auto-colonize the next province. And they just kept doing that until I ate them all up. And then eventually my colony was strong enough to just attack them on their own. So that's how I did it with Australia and New Zealand. So while I was attacking the natives here and here, I was sending my colonists across the islands over here and also on the other side. Hey Lunix, do you also play Hoi 4? I do not play Hoi 4. I don't have Hoi 4. If I did have Hoi 4, I would only probably play it for one of two reasons. Either I have the Yojo Senki mod, because I like Yojo Senki. It was like a really fun anime to watch. Or if someone makes a mod where it's the exact same timeline as Hoi 4, but it's Girls Frontline's universe's version of what happened in World War II. Like, those are the only reasons I would play Hoi 4. I would not play Hoi 4 like normally, probably. Like mission tree, I don't know. I can't really say what I think would be like the best mission tree. Because I haven't gone through every single mission tree ever. That's a lot, because that's a lot of mission trees. They've added a lot of mission trees over the years, so I can't really say what I think would be like the best mission tree in the game right now. Ooh, that's 34 ships. Hold on, we can split my navy up here. I probably don't need all of these ships to blockade. Was this 5-4? I can leave maybe like 10 galleys here. I can maybe leave like 10 galleys here on this region, and then I'll have this fleet go over here. Is Samba still giving access? Yes, they are. Valid. What, Hoi 4? Hoi 4 or Hearts of Iron 4 Spar. It's the other Paradox game, which is set this time on like the World War II era. There's the 34k stack over there. We can I'm gonna drop my Marines off here. Oh, really? You? Okay, so my main fleet is blockading the one of Sunda over here. And these galleys should be enough to absolutely destroy Bali's navy. Why am I getting a Great Monument upgrade? I don't have the money for that. So we'll just skip that. I don't have the money for a Great Monument upgrade. Solar's also an underrated Paradox game. Must have played CK3. Actually, no, I haven't played CK3. I've played CK2. I have CK2, actually. I haven't played CK2 in a long time, but I've played CK2. I haven't played CK3 yet. I also don't have it. Like, the ones I have are Victoria 3 and this one, EU4. Let's move over here. I probably don't need the whole army here, so let's just drop one off and then we'll have them move forward. Isn't Solar just an event game? Well, I mean, in a way, like all the Paradox games are event games. Conservation mechanics are what I love about EU4. Sending a colonist and then like just taking more and more of the colonial regions. Well, I mean, that's kind of the focus of this game in particular, right? Like all of the Paradox games have a sort of focus that's like appropriate for sort of the time frame or the time period they're set in, right? Like Crusader Kings obviously more focused on dynasties really than nations, and then EU4 is really more focused on colonialism because this is sort of the era when it's starting to really kick off. We'll take the siege ability here, even though I lose stability. It's fine. Okay, let's send the Marines over. And this 25k, we're waiting for the one stack to merge with it. I actually sent the one stack forward. Yeah, but CK3 looks less eventful. Did it say French Mexico? Hold on, what's going on in the... What is going on in the New World? Why is that French Mexico? Excuse me? Where? Oh. That's strange. Well, okay then. Okay, let's move up. And they're really not gonna fight me, huh? Even though they're... Okay, we're one mil-tech ahead, but like... They have full backline artillery. We just took a loan, so I don't really want to take this. Also, I'm not really having issues with innovativeness. Yeah, we're already 40. We'll just take the prestige hit. That's fine. A lot of prestige to spare. Yeah, but CK3 looks less eventful. Play 6 last night inside, not 7. See how long I could play. I got bored. Turn 20. What, you just sent your settler just exploring the entire map? What? I could probably, yeah, this spy network in Bali's spent too much time there. I should probably have sent it over to Kutai. Because I am also going to separate piece these guys. I'm just looking away from kind of seeing how things have gone. Europe is actually fairly disunited so far in the game. Yeah, let's colonize. Yeah, I guess it doesn't actually matter which one I start with. But yeah, like Europe has been mostly disunited for most of this game. And oh, I can actually see this now. So yeah, Aragon ate up a chunk of Castile here. Tunis is big. Egypt formed. They formed very early, if I remember correctly. And we have a unified Persia. I don't know who formed Persia though. Accepted culture. Yeah. Who formed Persia actually? There's Shia. I don't know who that is. Russia's almost to the east. It hurts to see what it's in my boy Denmark. Yeah, that looks... Okay, there's a siege done. They really didn't fight me, huh? Am I missing some... I think I'm missing some ships somewhere. Did I leave them somewhere else? These are all transports. I'm not gonna fight the, that. Any motivation from Mustache guy to get united? Yeah. Okay, let's... I guess I can... Yeah, I'll keep the regular troops over here. I do need to consolidate my Marines, so I'm gonna do the regular consolidate so we can cut their numbers down. Make some space for regular troops. We're gonna recruit one Marine over here, and then let's recruit a few more artillery pieces so we can get to our full backline of artillery. There's the stack wipe, and let's stick the Marines over here with the transport. Yeah, once we siege this province, we're gonna crush the Sundanese navy. It's been like a good 60% of my games in any part of the Denmark as I have EU4. They're almost always in an underdog position. Yeah, things are not looking good for Denmark in Victoria 3 from what I remember. And obviously in CK, like in the Crusader Kings timeline, they're also the disunited Norse. Actually, well, depends on the starting. Depends on the starting year, I guess. Okay, we can peace out Sunda. Let me just send... okay, I'm gonna send the main army over here in Lambangan. And then the Marines, we're gonna transfer them to the boats after my main fleet fights the Bali fleet here. Incarnate the Great from Denmark? Yes. Yes, he is. Okay, let's put the transports over here. What the... Okay, I didn't I didn't notice I had rebels. Okay, we're gonna have to bring troops home. Let's take the yeah, we're gonna have to take the Marines over here first. Once my troops cross it to Lambangan, I'm gonna peace out Sunda. You can also get rid of this spy network. The truce with Bon is still gonna be a while, so who can I target here next? Banjar? Our truce with Sambas is almost soon, pretty soon. I don't need to reset the truce with them anyway. We could attack... Okay, Indrapura I think is dead. Yeah, Indrapura is gonna be dead soon. Could attack Palembang. Okay, we can attack Palembang. That's one way to get to Banjar. Okay. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Lentus. Oh. What is this? New World Missions? Yes, thank you. Actually, if we attack Malacca directly, the next war, we're gonna be fighting Kedah, Agoruyong, Sambas. Yeah, so... Oh wait, they're allied to... okay, yeah, we need a way to like break their alliance with Malacca. I don't want to do a show strength war against Sambas with Malacca involved. It'd be really annoying. Yeah, so we're gonna attack Palembang next, and then we're gonna have Malacca break their alliance with Sambas, and that's also gonna give me an opportunity to attack Banjar. Okay, let's... Right, we need to peace out Sunda. No one here. War reps, money. Do we need to break their alliances? Not really. Like when we attack Bonne later, when our truce is up with them, we could basically reset Sunda's truce, or not really reset, but like get more money out of them. Actually, we don't need to break their alliance with Bali because I'm gonna full annex Bali here. Yeah, we don't really need to break alliances for Sunda. I think we're just gonna take their money and war reps. Can I pay off some loans? Yes. Great. And I'm gonna attach both of these. On the month tick, we are gonna move. Like, how much can I take from Bali right now? I actually can full annex them even without dealing with Kutai. But I kind of want to weaken Kutai. I guess we spent like a lot of time on this war anyway, just because I've been yapping a lot. So let's just full annex, get their money. Yeah, we can get Kutai some other time. I was just gonna get money from Kutai anyway, so that's fine. Samoa. Crap, we need Marines over in Samoa to deal with those rebels. I hope I make it also. I'm gonna delete this temple. We don't need it there. There's a workshop here already. There are buildings here. Workshop, temple, delete that. We can exploit tax development so we don't need temples. What do you have here? Marketplace. I'm gonna kick out everyone from the node anyway. So I'm gonna be the only one here. So I don't really need any more provincial trade power. Just gonna delete the marketplace. Delete the temple too. The fort. It's a forward straight crossings, but like, it's grasslands. Probably don't need to pay for the fort maintenance. Because I could just prevent people from landing anyway. Oh, what does this monument give? Stability cost -5. Monthly war exhaustion. Ooh, I like that. If I have money, I would upgrade that. We have here workshop, temple, shipyard. Shipyard's nice to have, but I don't want that at the cost of the building slots. I could have this province later, but like, now let's delete it. Okay, we're gonna have to get Sumba from the English at some point. These ones are not gonna stay. We'll core them though. And we'll use some of the money that we got. Let's lower our governing costs. Sambas is considering attacking Sunda. Okay. I just weakened... Okay, I just weakened Sunda for Sambas, I guess. I didn't mean to do that. Let's get the troops over to Taglok. I'm gonna pick them up and then we're gonna transfer some Marines over to Samoa. Wait, 7 years. I'm really hoping that they don't rise up right away. We can seize land now. Daru is done. Let's colonize this, and with that, we should have everything that can be colonized in this region. Which means we're gonna start sending our colonists over here to inner South Africa. And what the hell is happening here? Adal and Kilwar Nawar. Okay. What is this? Tai. Moves to Panay. That's fine, actually. Move my name when I colonize the province. Okay. Let's send you over to Samoa. There's probably overkill sending all the well, actually, I should send these guys instead. There's no more rebels over here. I should just send them to Samoa. And then this batch of Marines I can send over to actually Pagario. I attack Pagario. We'll be up against Malacca and Pasay. They're pretty big. I do have a bigger army. they made the hug box over here. That's what they did. They made a hug box, bro. Okay. You have a lot of rivals. How do you manage to ally Malacca and Pasay when both of them hate each other? Pagaroyong. What? Okay. Let's send the Marines over here. Actually no, let's send them over to Belitong and then we can invade Palembang from there. See my raiding availability. We'll be able to raid in 1600s. We'll let the election event run. Okay, let's take transports over here. Keep making some government admin buildings. Oops. And let's take our 2 artillery, bring them over to the main army. And we have... we can make another artillery piece, but we don't have money. I just made Samba's job easier for them without meaning to. Oh well. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna transfer the main army over to Bengkulu. Actually, I did this the wrong way. I should have the main army over here, I guess? Yeah, nice. My troops made it in time. We also have rebels in these islands. Okay, that was just nearby. Send the rebel suppression marines over there. How big is your army? 25k, 14k manpower. Did I put my... oh, I didn't have my spy network on anyone. Okay, it's unfortunate. So if we're going to declare on Palembang, we're going to need a spy network on Malacca and Banjar. I guess what I can do is I can drop my marines on Banjar first, knock them out of the war, so I only have to deal with Malacca and Palembang. They have 25k, at least my army over here on this island can deal with Malacca on their own. So we'll set up our navy here. Then on the Mantek, we're going to immediately declare war on Palembang. Drop the marines over. It's probably like overkill having this many marines on that province, but I didn't bother splitting them. We are on time on Miltech, so I'm going to spend some mil power here to barrage. And we probably don't need all of the ships on this. They only have 2 transports actually. So I don't even need to... like, I could probably like blockade this with... actually, how many does it decide to... nope. Wrong command. Blockade. 4? 4 transports to blockade that? Really? Okay. I mean, my transports are better than their transports anyway, so I guess that's fine. So let's send the rest of the navy over to the Straits of Johor. Yeah, so that's looking... They're pretty isolated, so I am going to have to do a naval invasion. They have 7k here. Let's split to They don't have artillery, so I only have to worry about actual stacks. If they have 7k, then maybe 9k should be enough. Although they need 15 for the fort, so I guess we'll just split in half. We'll leave the 4 ships to blockade. Reinforced speed, half costs. Morale of navy is half cost. I do have like both of these guys at half cost. I even upgraded this guy, so I think Buccaneers get influence, captains get influence. Where am I at right now? We're getting sailor recovery in Republican tradition. Yeah, actually I do want to keep the Buccaneers in power, so I'm just gonna let this event run on the background. We're not gonna take the event right away. Okay, let's take this fleet. Did they get access all of a sudden? No. I have an idea. So I'm gonna send my fleet over here. We're gonna cap Bintan. There's no fort here, so I can immediately capture this with my marines, and then we can have a foothold that I can land my main troops over. And marines go. We're gonna arrive there pretty soon because of our disembark speed increase. Their entire army is like stacked up over here. They're not gonna be able to make it in time, I think. Which means I'll have a full blockade here. Yep. And we caught a light ship for our trouble as well. And with that, now that we have a province, I am going to transport my actual army. And they're not gonna be able to do anything about it. I'm gonna delete this just so we have a bit more sailors. Because running this many marines does burn through sailors fairly quickly. So yeah, like they can't cross here. At least they shouldn't be able to. I think they're just going to Singapore. Okay. I just took tech cost, or I just took tech earlier. We're like way ahead, so I kind of don't want to have the buffs right now. Like we're at 900 diplo. I guess we could use a bit more mill power. And 20% morale of armies is pretty big, so I guess we'll take the military reform there. So yeah, they can't stop us. So now we have our full army here, and we can just walk on in on Singapore. And I guess I could send the stack with the artillery over to Malacca, or not. No. My half-cost reinforced speed guy. He's dead. Okay, we have a replacement from that event, so that's fine. Hot chocolate. Price of cocoa by 35%. Cool. Oh, they're really struggling to siege this down, huh? Okay, this is what 11k. I probably don't need the full 11k here against the rebels. 9k stack. Surely matching numbers will be fine. I hope. We're gonna bring in the additional 2k over here just to help with the siege. Okay. Now let's see. So now that I control Johor, this 21k stack is not gonna get reinforcements at all. So I can just dogpile on him. This is cool. That one's complete. So that means that we have nothing to colonize here anymore. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, those are already being colonized. Yeah. So that means it's time for us to go into South Africa, and we're gonna isolate the Castilian provinces over here. We're gonna start with this province in particular because this is a high value province for the potential for coal once the Enlightenment is around. So we're gonna take that. We're just gonna cut off the Castilians from expanding further into South Africa. We want to make sure that the entirety of South Africa is under our control for Victoria 3. And I'm gonna barrage this, and we can actually destroy the Malaccan fleet here. Also, we can get a free stack wipe over there, so I can cross with my marines here. They have 16k, they have not much. So let's just go. We can cross with our marines there. Actually, how much do I need to siege this down? 3? Oh, this doesn't have a... It have a fort. Okay, I don't need everybody here. Let's just leave the artillery. We can have the army go. I'm actually gonna pull these marines back. I'm gonna have them invade from somewhere else. No, my general died. We have the excess mill. And now you give me a siege pip. Okay. Well, that was fast. And their fleet is going to get destroyed by my fleet, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, we can raid? Wait a minute. We can raid? Ah, we can raid over here. We should probably do that. So I'm gonna go raiding after this naval battle. And yep, we are absolutely destroying them. What's that? 1 heavy ship gone, 10 light ships, 11 galleys. We captured 1 heavy ship, nice. And we gained 5 light ships, 3 galleys. Pretty good. And we're gonna go and raid over here. Let's delete the light ships. We don't really need them. Raid this. And now that we have raided this, where's the rest of their fleet? I'm guessing the rest of their fleet is over here in Bambi? Question mark? It's right here as well. Yeah, so that's the remnants of their fleet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to crush their fleet by forcing their fleet to go out without repairs. So my marines are gonna drop in. And we're gonna occupy this province. They're not gonna be able to stop this. And let's merge. Boom. Okay, we forced their fleet again to fight. And we have absolutely crushed it. So they have no navy now. No ships. Nice. Which means the only ships I need to worry about are these ships from Palembang. Yeah, Banjar and Palembang are the only ones with the navy now. And again, have my marines over here cross, and they are now trapped. Nice. Okay, Banjar is finally done. My transports should be able to fight that. Yeah. And from here, let's go siege down Palembang. They lost that. Where are they retreating to? Oh, I guess they have... Ah, right, because they are a tributary of Sambas. They have fleet basing rights. Okay. And... Oh, they got stack wipe there. Nice. So, Banjar has no army now. I probably only need one marine to siege that down so we can gather the troops up. Oh, we're gonna need more transports. I'm gonna split them over here. And what is this? 15k. They have 3 artillery, so kind of risky to take that fight. Even with me ignoring river crossings, they also have... What's their general? Palembang has a 4332. Okay, maybe let's not take that fight. Let's wait until the siege is over in Siak. And global trade has spawned. Unfortunately, we're not really in a position to try and get it to spawn in our region, but that's fine. Because global trade, like the institutions from global trade onward, spread pretty quickly anyway. So that's not a big deal. I'm not gonna bother deving it up. We'll just wait for it. Let's transfer over here. Oh, don't tell me, okay. Why is Ayutthaya here? Who are they at war with? What? Ayutthaya and conquest of Bangka? What? Wait, why do they have a claim? Excuse me? Why do they have a claim on that? What? Huh? Why? Okay. we need to siege this down quickly. I have to go in here. We have to start the siege so that I have the control. I can let Ayutthaya handle their army, I guess. Okay, now, so I have control of the siege, so they shouldn't have... they shouldn't get that. Why does Ayutthaya have a claim on Bangka? What? What are you doing? Why? Okay, we won Siak. We could stack wipe their army here. Malacca's not gonna have an army after this. No army, no navy. And we have control of the siege, so even though Ayutthaya is over here, we're gonna get our province, and then they're just gonna be stuck at war. Who are they at war with apart from... Oh, they're just at war with Palembang. Only Palembang. Okay. Crap. I thought we could keep them in an infinite war, but... that's not the case, I guess. Right, let's peace out Banjar. I want war reps and money. Sambas is still allied to Malacca, although I think think if I declare war on Sambas, even though they're allied to Malacca, because of what I've done to them, they shouldn't be too much of an issue. So I don't need to break their alliance anymore. Okay. That's them fully sieged. Let's gather our troops just so we have like an easier time getting out of here. So let's gather the Marines over to Bangka, and then we'll have the main army just go over to Bengkulu. Why can you not? Ah, right. You don't have access there. I guess we can just let them get black flagged, and then I'll just cross. Okay, so for Malacca, I want war reps, all of your money. And yeah, considering the situation we considering what we inflicted on them, I think we don't have to break their alliances or anything. So I'm just happy with the money and the war reps. And that should also allow me to pay off some loans. Nice. We are almost capped on Diplo, so let me dump that real quick. I don't want to dev Summer later just yet. Keep developing Lanao. Get a few more building slots here. Oops. Why am I not black flagged? Excuse me. Okay, let's take this province. Okay, surely now I black flagged, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's walk the army over there, and then we'll have the Marines go over here. We still have any rebels that are about to rise up? Just Vanua Levu. Okay. We have increase in autonomy as well. Let's score Bangka. Weapons manufacturing workshop. Okay, nice. I don't have to change anything in the buildings, at least. And the extra money, let's go and build that. And we should be able to raid now. Yeah, I guess on the way to this side, we should be able to start raiding. So I'm gonna start sending my fleet over to raid. We shouldn't have any issues with... Never mind, we do. We do have some issues with HP, so I'm gonna have to repair my fleet real quick before we start raiding again. But let's decide where we want to go next, right? So we have a truce with all of these guys. We could go for Pahang. Oh, they're a tributary of Ayutthaya. Okay. I don't think I'm ready to fight Ayutthaya. They probably have, yeah, they have a lot of troops. They don't have as much manpower right now, but... We're not ready for that kind of fight yet, I think. So let's not do Pahang. Ida is also a tributary of Ayutthaya. Crap, okay. I guess Pagoroyong, because of what we did to Malacca, they're not allied anymore, so we can just... At least it's just gonna be Pagoroyong and Pasay. So let's set up our spy networks. So while we're out raiding, that should build up eventually. And we need 60 ducats to upgrade our ships too. We already have troops to deal with the rebels here. There's Daru and Yosudar, so why? Okay, 9k. Okay, let's split off few stacks here. Are we at our cap? Okay, let's make one artillery regiment over there. And let's split off 9 ships as well. 9, there we go. let's transport them over to where's this particular list? It's over here. So the dev is equal, so it's a 50-50 where the rebels will spawn. And as for the rest of that, we do have rebels potentially in Bali. So that one I can just send my actual army over. For that, we need 28k. And the remaining Marines we can just leave there for now. We want to move these guys at the month tick so they don't eat attrition. And I guess we bounce them off to... That might take a while actually, so let's drop them off in Christmas Island first, and then on the next month we'll move them to Blambangan. Have them on Rebel Suppression. Oh, great. I'm waiting on ducats for my upgrade for the for the Navy. I guess we'll get the Navy upgrade with the rating. How much is this one? $36. Okay, this one is 60. Okay, we can get this upgrade done first. And Diplo. Keep upgrading Lanao. That lets me make another Marine. Oh crap, I forgot to move them at the month tick. Oh well. Let's just wait for another month tick then. Okay, there's the colony done. Let's move these guys to Blambangan. And then... our income's nice right now. Please make it before the month tick. Ah, oh, crap. Okay, we ate attrition there. That sucks. Okay, now we can upgrade. Remaining ships. Let's move these troops to Zamboanga. And we're over force limit, but that's fine. We can afford it anyway. Let me bring in 2 transports here. We'll take the stability here. And once this main fleet is done repairing, we're gonna send it out to start raiding again. Get some money for some infrastructure. Is this Diplo? Let's do another click. We'll do Zamboanga this time. And actually also, let me check. Can we lower? I haven't stated this region yet because I haven't completed the state, so we're not going to do that. But let's go ahead and do some exploiting. Lower our gov costs. Get some money as well. And that gave me 279. I still have like one more loan, so I can hold off on infrastructure for now. We want to pay that loan off. And then on the month tick, I'm gonna send these guys on an island hopping journey. Over here. Over here. And the reason I'm doing this is so that we avoid taking attrition on the artillery piece. So once they arrive in Mamuju, we'll wait another month tick. Keep the election event running. There's this Diplo again. Let's do another click on Zamboanga. Should be in the same state as Lanao. Okay, May. Let's bring them here. And I think we should be able to pay off our loan. Yes, there we go. And then the money we get from raiding we'll use to build the rest of our courthouses. Okay, let's split off the marine so we can transfer them, and then we'll put you on autonomous rebel suppression. Crap, wait, I forgot to send my colonist. No. Okay, how many months was that? Like my colonist not doing anything. So this one is part of the Zanzibar node, so we don't have to do that. This one is part of this state of the Cape. Okay, so this one let's colonize over here. Merge these. So we have 25k Marines here. We have the 9k there for the rebels, and then 9k there for another batch of rebels. I don't think we have another option to explore anymore. I mean, looking at the map, I think we've already explored everything we need to explore. So we don't have to worry about the explorers anymore. I do have like a spare explorer I can add to a fleet though, because I had that mission. So we'll use the transports, I guess. So we're gonna go raiding before we go to war with Bagaruyong. So I'm just waiting for my ships to be repaired. Okay, that's a colony done. We can take admin tech, but I'm not paying for 90% penalty. No way. Yeah, actually we have like so many monarch power saved up right now, so I think I should just go ham on the dev a bit here. It's gonna take us over gov cap again, but like it's not hurting us too much yet, apart from the admin efficiency, because we still, yeah, we can still afford it. So I'm gonna start dumping here. Since we still have the edicts on Zamboanga, Lanao, Maguindanao, I'm just gonna go all the way up to 111.9. We can also spend a bit of our admin for expanded administration, or infrastructure, rather. There we go. We'll do the same for Lanao. Ah, crap, forgot to click. There you go. And for Maguindanao as well. And okay, that's most of my Diplo and Mill Monarch power. The problem is admin. You don't have as many outlets for admin. Okay, ships are done repairing. Let's go raiding. And that should be most of the areas now. So we're gonna do kind of a similar route as last time. We'll start the raids over... Yeah, we'll start the raids over here. Or maybe... No, we'll start the raids over here. So we'll raid this area, this area, this area, and then go all the way to Congo, and then raid here on the way back. And then by the time they make it here, this area should have cooled down, so we can start raiding along this coastline until we head over to India. So, let's go over... Why is my army the one that's selected? Let's go over here. So while waiting for my boats to arrive, we're just gonna keep spending our money on courthouses. Okay, since my ruler died, What's this? October. I could wait for November, December, November, December, January. So January, I guess we don't have to wait for 13, but on January, I'm going to take the military leader because we are falling behind on mill power. Just so we can keep the 666 alive. Oh crap, I forgot to send my colonist again. God damn it. Let's see. I guess we can start colonizing this. And like snake our way around here. Okay, December. So on the next month, I am going to take the mill option. And then for our ID, we don't really need the construction cost would be nice since I am trying to build my my courthouses, but because we're gonna go to war pretty soon after, I think we'll take the discipline and siege ability. I don't have to worry about core creation costs too much because we're overflowing at admin, and also the AE, like the AE is not a big deal right now. We're taking it very slow actually for our conquest, even though we are like full annexing our targets. Oh, there's like one more island here. 11 ducats for 1 sailors. Is that worth it? No, it's not worth it. Let's just keep going. We'll just keep the raiding map mode open. I'm probably also not gonna go for St. Helena because it's like 3 ducats and 11 sailors again. So we'll start over here in Congo. We'll take the stab hit. It's fine. We're still at +1 stab anyway. Why do you need access from me? I'm nowhere near Egypt and Katsina and Morocco, what the hell? Portugal. Like, sometimes I don't get why the AI asks for access for... Like, why? I'm nowhere near any of your war opponents. Like, why are you trying to get me involved? What the hell? Okay, let's move these guys since we have no more rebels here. Tonga. Yeah, we can send them over to Tonga. Okay, let's go along the west coast. Domestic trade farm minus 33%. Ooh, that sucks. Okay. Okay, let's move on to Adal along the horn. Actually, do I have inflation? I could pay for inflation here, yeah. And then Yemen. Ship durability. We'll take the ship durability here. I don't want to lose the what was the other modifier? I don't remember. There's like a negative modifier that we don't really want to lose out on. Okay, and then over here in this coast, this one is minus 99% because they're hunting pirates, so we're gonna skip all the way over to Hanavara instead. I'm actually willing to wait for that to go to 50 so we don't have to deal with the rebels that spawn when we seize land. And let's go and build some more. Hopefully... Okay, it might not make too much of a dent. We've gone over by quite a bit now. We're already also like kingdom rank. So we're gonna need empire at some point. Just so we can hold on to this land without taking too much penalty. Then we'll go to Pegu. And they finally stopped hunting pirates over in this region, which is great. I can finally make a bit of money closer to home. And there's the revolt. Actually, my force limit kind of allows me to make a few more marines now. Do that, and then we have space for more artillery as well. There you go. The Isles? What? England, what are you doing? Why did you let the Isles break free? What? Okay. Oh crap, I forgot to raid on this side. Okay, I guess we'll go this way and then we'll raid around. Oh, we have rebels in Hawaii again. So... how many is that? 10k. Ah, crap, we need like more marines on that one. Okay. We'll transfer this over. And then we'll group them together so we can send them over to Hawaii. Okay, let's go here. Sunda announced me as a rival. Can I rival them back? I have to eclipse like one of these guys. Actually, how much did the... No. Even after... What the hell, Sambas? Even after I beat Sunda, you still lose. What the hell, Sambas? Why are you eligible to rival me in the first place? What the How could you lose that, bro? I crushed their navy and their army already. What the hell? Alright, I forgot to put an admiral over here. Jeez, my admiral is like 6 maneuver. Wow. I should have put him there at the start. Lost the effect of trading in cloves. Bruh. Even though I have all the clove provinces. That should be fixed once they actually move our home node over there, but until then, we're gonna just flip around between having it or not. Can we spend our admin on? I really don't want to dev like batch of provinces. We might have to still, just because we're ahead of time on 6 years. We might have a lot of extra monarch power. But like the admin, need an outlet for admin. I don't want to do yeah, we have a lot of reforms to go, so I don't want to do centralized state just yet. I also don't want to pay for this because this is 990. That's a lot of admin to spend for admin tech when we don't need it. Well, we'll think about it later. Okay, now we're raiding along the coast of China. And let's head on over to Korea and Japan. I missed Ryukyu, but like, do I really need to raid Okinawa? It's not particularly valuable. 9 ducats at this point and like 133 sailors. I guess we can pass on that. Okay, let's finish off the rest of Japan raids. And this should be the last one. There we go. So we have raided from from West Africa all the way to East Asia. Nice. We could also raid here, but the English don't really offer me much, actually, from raiding. So we'll just ignore that. Let's get our navies in position for Pagaruyong. Yeah, so they're still just allied to Psy. Where's my navy? Right. So, let's bring the navy over to Bengkulu. Oh, actually, did I move my... I haven't moved my troops over to Hawaii yet. Oops. Okay, let's move you guys to Hawaii. So you can deal with the rebel situation over there. And then VT... did the rebels over here spawn already? Oh, they haven't yet actually. I guess I can have these guys just deal with the rebels on either island. And for the Balinese separatists, I think we just force these guys. Because I'm gonna need my main army to be active, so... Let's just provoke this now. Really? You would spawn there? I guess they didn't have unrest here. Well, didn't pay attention to that. Ah, crappy overcapped on admin. Okay. What do we spend on for admin? Stab? Let's go for stab. Okay, for the Marines, let's move them over here. Still not at 50 on the, was it the quartermasters? Okay, let's transfer these guys to Bengkulu now, since there's no more rebels here. Also, we got a lot of money, so let's go spam out some courthouses. We're kind of making a dent, but we're gonna eat a bunch of land again, so we have to fix this somehow. And this is without me even stating these provinces. Like, these are the only states I have. The rest of this is just territory, and I'm still going over. Mostly because of me deving, but like, yeah, there's no other outlet for me to spend my monarch power other than deving. I guess I could pay for mercantilism, but like, it's not as high of a priority. We'll wait for the month before we transfer them to Bengkulu. And Highveld is done. Let's send over here in Senku. So this one, we're definitely gonna have to dev, because for coal to show up, we need it to be 20 development. Oh, actually, okay, I didn't realize it was like 20 development or at least have 20 innovativeness. So I can actually get coal to spawn here, as long as I have enlightenment. I still probably should develop it anyway, because coal is a high value trade good, but we'll do that later. Okay, the army is in position. Let's get this war started. They have 58,000 troops. I have 167 with 12k artillery on their side. I have 17k on my side. So this should be cakewalk. We can catch their fleets here, I think. I'm just gonna make a run for it here. Never mind, their fleets are fast. What the hell? Oh, we can catch this fleet over here. The fleet instantly disappeared. As usual. I'm going to split off the transports. We're going to use them to transfer our marines. We'll send the fleet around to the other side. Where do we have access? It's just one straight line. So we'll actually use the Marines as a distraction. I'm gonna check out the situation on the side and see where I can deploy my Marines. You have 23k over here. That's 20 ships on Pagari. Is that their entire fleet? Yeah, that's an entire fleet. They have 15 galleys and 5 transports. I can probably split off 27 galleys here, and then we can go to the other side and blockade them from there. That's 36, yep. Okay, we have control of the seas now. We'll drop off Marines here and see how this stack reacts. Ooh. Am I gonna take a loan for an event? I did pay off my loan already. You know what? Sure. Why not? Why not take a loan? Compensate the traders, get some mercantilism, and then use the rest of the money for some infrastructure. We'll use the money we get from this war to pay for the loans. And okay, they're headed to support. 31k, they have 35. Are they at 16? All 16. So we're even on tech. Okay, so I have the advantage in morale and discipline. And tradition. I don't have as much professionalism because I haven't been drilling. We'll see how this goes. But let's split this. We're gonna start the siege on the fort over there, but I have a feeling they might reinforce this. I'll actually leave like one more, so we'll do like a 16k stack on that siege. Do 16k stack on this siege. Let's move the troops over here, and then we'll have the Marines reinforce this. Or are they just gonna... Oh, they might ignore me, actually. Hold on. We'll leave a 2k stack. Have the Marines go over here. And... even though we're on time on tech, I don't want to spend for a barrage, but I think I might have to. Just to make it go faster. They might try to take Bengkulu, which is fine. Let's send troops on the other side of the fort. If they take Bengkulu, that's actually not a problem for me, to be honest. Yeah, now they're distracted because I'm sieging on the other side. Okay, this one might be a bit too ambitious, actually. We're coming in pretty close. The transport's back here. I might have to drop the troops off to support the Marines just make it to port so we don't have to worry about disembarking. So they have... See, that's the problem with the Marines though, is like, I can't really do combat with these guys. Because they like split their bonuses if I put them with actual like regulars with artillery. So they're really just meant as a distraction. I think we can give up the siege here. It's fine because they've essentially given up on this side, so we'll bail. Oh crap! Can you? Are they actually gonna make it, bro? Bro, they actually made it. Damn. Okay. Nice. Okay, we reinforced at least. Ooh. Okay, that's risky. Yeah, let's just bail. If the AI is getting that confident, that means we were actually supposed to lose that. Let's bail. We've distracted them already, so we've kind of done our job. And this is gonna be the last few courthouses because the rest just won't give me a reduction in converting cost. How much of that has... Well, we knocked it down. We're no longer at 800 at least. Oh, we lost a lot there actually. Okay. Well, let's start sieging. We'll start supporting our main army over here while they're busy unsieging that stuff. Okay, we can move on to the next fort. Let's take the -10. And we're gonna barrage this. Do they have access here? Oh right, we have bangka. I don't know if my... Yeah, okay, my fleet's not gonna make it to blockade that, I think. Well, they're gonna be able to siege that, but if they do siege that, we can just blockade the strait. Even though they have access through Malacca. Actually, would that count as control? That might count as control, actually. So they might still be able to cross. Well, anyway, if they siege that, I'm not gonna worry about... Oh, they gave access! Sunda, you asshole. How could you give access? Like, I saw them like immediately make a turn. Okay, we're gonna crush the Pagaruyong fleet here though. They really went around, huh? Okay. We're playing tag around the freaking Sumatran mountains. Crap. Of course you give me a straight efficiency tax modifier penalty right now. I can't afford to pay that, so we'll take the hit to income. No! Infantry costs, cav costs. I think this also affects maintenance. Does it? I guess I could always just lose the stab. Yeah, let's just lose the stab, that's fine. We just get a core? Okay. Free core. Nice. That will make things, that will make it cheaper to take that province. We'll take this event right away. just so we can buff up our ruler to be 666 much sooner. And let's go over here. Yeah, if they siege Bengkulu, that's fine. I think though I will have to move my transports out. Let's see how this fight is going. So even with an admiral, they've got 15 galleys and 5 transports versus my 27 galleys. And they are getting annihilated. We've captured 5 ships, 5 galleys. That's nice. And we also destroyed the other 5 from their side. Yeah, I don't think my marines can match this. So we're just gonna move on ahead. They're gonna have a safe port over here. I should probably move my fleet on this side to blockade them. And let's barrage this. Did it say Hausa? Where? Oh. I thought they were gonna be big. Oh well. So they're gonna unsiege this down. The garrison in Pagaruyung has kind of built up. Okay, truce with Sambas has ended, so immediately after this war, we're gonna go in on Sambas. And Malacca is now willing to join the war again, but how much have they rebuilt? A lot, actually. They managed to rebuild quite a bit, but yeah, we can easily crush them again, no problem. So we're gonna try and peace out Pasay here. I'm gonna bring my marines over to start sieging this side. They still have access, so... Okay, soon they cancel their access. Okay, so I'm gonna send my marines over and siege this side again. Okay. Send you over here. We're gonna siege Kokan and Riau. Hopefully soon that doesn't give access again. Okay, age ability. We already have institution spread and true faith. War score cost versus other religions I haven't gotten yet, just because like some of the other nations we are going to war with are also Hindu. But right now we are against Muslim nations, right? Pagaruyung is... Okay, they're Theravada, and then Pasay I think should be Muslim. Yeah, Pasay is Muslim. So we should get better war score costs for these two. Okay, and yeah, so long as Sunda doesn't give access back, we are gaming. Nice. There goes the siege of Pasay, and there's gonna be the Pasay fleet versus my fleet. Oh, I can actually send my main force over to the fort now. They can do the fort siege while my marines can just bail. And this one has my flagship and my admiral, so let's see. Oh my god, that's so fast. We captured 5 transports and 4 galleys. Nice. We also got blockade efficiency. Send the Marines out over there. Okay, let's get these Marines out of the boat. We should definitely peace out. Can I peace out Pasay for money right now? War reps. All your money. Do I need to break alliances with you? Not really, actually. I need you to have your alliance with Pahang, because that's the only way I can declare on Pahang without involving Ayutthaya. So peace out Pasay now. And let's just get everybody over to this side then. Oh, we can cancel the spy network in Pasay. And let's also pay off a loan. That was only enough to pay one loan. We're gonna need more money. We should be able to build another building here. Let's do another courthouse. We're almost there to building the last courthouse. Then for Pagaruyong, let me take all of this. Just Ayutthaya, that's fine with me. We'll annex all their money. This is gonna push my gov cap again. We just knocked it down below 800. We're gonna go up to 800 again. Okay, we can seize land now. And we're at 43, so I'm gonna sell as well. Again, we're a republic, so we're not gonna get that much absolutism. Our max absolutism, I think, is like... Even without the privileges, my max absolutism is around 30, so... There's no point having it. And... Now we actually have something to spend our admin on. Let's see. So this one... I have 3 provinces of this state. So I kind of want to hold off on the concentrate development here. So we're not going to do that. Over here, we have all the provinces. So we're going to concentrate. And this should make it a bit cheaper to core as well. Over here, not enough. Okay, I guess it's not enough. Oh well. So let's go ahead. I'm not even going to pay for the war exhaustion. We're going to take the increased cost. That's fine. And then nice, we at least got a core in this province. So this one's a core right away. We can spend a bit of our admin as well to expand infrastructure on some of these since they were developed. And that's about it. For the buildings, we'll get rid of the marketplace. We don't need that here. Workshop. It's a grain province, so this is gonna be barracks and soldiers' households, but I might build a workshop again later anyway, so I guess we'll keep it. We'll destroy the temple. We don't need that. Shipyard. Yeah, let's destroy the shipyard as well. Temple, we don't need it. Shipyard, we don't need it. Regimental camp. I don't really need the additional force limit. I'm not gonna do like super massive armies. We'll keep the farm estate. Yeah, I think we'll keep the farm estate. We'll get rid of the shipyard. I'll just develop the province further so that I can put a soldier's household and a barracks as well. Temple, get rid of it. Regimental camp, get rid of it. This is a fort on a jungle province, and it does exert influence on like 3 provinces here. So it's like defensible. And it is a gold province, so there's nothing really I can build on this province anyway. You can't build workshops on gold provinces, so I guess we'll keep the fort there. It's fine. If anything, it might distract any of the AI that I'm at war with. They might try and go for this island, and I can just blockade the coast. Mayaman. Sorry, shipyard. Cap. Okay, it has the building slots, so I am going to keep. I'm going to keep the workshop and the farm estate. We're gonna put a barracks and a soldier's household eventually. Delete the temple and the shipyard and Barras. I honestly don't really need the fort here. We'll delete that. We'll keep the trade station, obviously. And then these guys are going to Bangka. Let's gather up the navies, and all of you are black flagged, so I guess I can send you to deal with the rebels without worrying about access. We'll gather up the fleets to be ready for the next war against with Sambas. My admiral died already? Are you kidding me? November, December. Yeah, okay. So January will take the option for the mill guy again. Is this all of my fleets? We'll separate the transports and just the transports. And because you are allied to Malacca and Sulu, we'll set up a spy network in Malacca and Sulu to be ready for the bonus on siege. Okay, the rebels might be headed over to this side actually. I should maybe have just sent them here. We'll have the main army deal with this, and then we'll have the marines just go over here. Okay, January, let's take the mill leader. And then for my deity, we'll keep it with discipline and siege ability as usual. Right, I forgot. Loans. Hold on. Can I still build? Okay, we can build one more. Courthouse. State houses. I should probably... Yeah, we need a state house over here in Cebu. Almahera. I already have a trade station there. Since I expanded the infrastructure, I should be able to build another manufactory. So yeah, let's do that. And then we can build one in Saram as well. Excuse me. And then we're gonna need one here. Which one has the more building slots? This one has a -1 building slot, right? No, it doesn't. They all have the same building slots. Okay. So it doesn't matter which one I build on. So the state houses should help with the governing capacity situation. Global settler increase plus 15, nice. Ooh, I'll take the money. Thank you very much. Can I pay a loan with that? No. I can't pay a loan with that. We also can't buy a manufactory with that either. I guess we'll just hold it for the loans. I think I said that I was gonna use the money I got from the war for the loans, but I ended up not doing that. No, separatism. Oh well. Okay, so these transports I'm going to set up in Zamboanga. We're gonna have the Marines immediately knock Sulu out of the war. I should probably have like a portion of my fleet to escort them, actually. So we'll do like 16 galleys should be enough, honestly. it's probably overkill, actually, so... let's put our admiral over here. Oh, Australia actually landed. Okay. And then... how many ships does Sambas have? 48. Where's the rest of their fleets? Where's the remaining 20? So I can blockade them over here. In preparation. Well, we'll repair the ships first. And then we'll have this army be the one that deals with Malacca since we have a landing spot in Bangka. Okay, Lower Limpopo is done. And we can lock in the Castilians. So the Castilians can't expand further inside anymore. So now it's just a matter of like finding an opportunity for me to fight Castile. This seems way too much for me to deal with, but the thing is Brittany and Austria are never gonna get here, like ever. So it's just a matter of like dealing with England and Castile and all of their colonies. Which means just dealing with their navy, really. 64 ships. Yeah, I haven't... okay, hold on, let's check. Navy size. So England has 114 ships, 41 transports, 4 galleys, 17 heavy ships. We have like more galleys, which is more important really for most of the coastal fights. They're not gonna bring their light ships. Castile is pretty far down. Castile has no galleys at all. 32 transports. Yeah, I think that war is actually winnable. Because we just have to make sure they don't land. We're gonna get ticking war score from controlling the provinces over here. We'll think about that later when we actually declare war on them. Did I send all my... yeah, I sent all my transports here. Okay, we need to get the transports over to Bengkulu because we need to send the army over to Bangka. Let's make 2 more marines to cap and then 1 artillery just to get to our force limit. And we concentrated dev, right? But we didn't get enough for another expanded infrastructure. That's fine. We actually have a lot of tax development in our capital. Well. Okay, let's send the 100 ducats there. Sunda. Truce with Sunda's done. We'll wait for the month tick so we can transfer the troops over to Bangkok. And then... these are 2 marines. We'll add them to the marine force. And then let's send the transports over here to this side so they can transport the marines over to Sulu. It's 27k versus 31. It's gonna be 32k. I think we should win. Rockville's done. All of these are like 3 dev. Oh, we have a 5 dev province here. Okay, hold on. I didn't realize we have a 5 dev province over here. Sending it to Transvaal. Okay, we're almost ready for our war with Sambas. And did I... Hold on, did I bring troops over to Hawaii yet? I don't think I... Oh, I did. Okay, so my troops in Hawaii will deal with that. BT... We're gonna have to move these guys. Tonga... Yeah, Tonga doesn't have issues with rebels anymore. Tongan separatists are at... low. Pretty much nothing. Okay. Right, I forgot to check... Okay. Wait, no, I did. Never mind. I thought I forgot. So we have 28 Marines over there. Yeah, I guess I'll just bring all the transports since the main army is going to be busy with Malacca anyway, so that's fine. Can we pay a loan? Yes. We pay a loan there. So on the month tick, I'm going to declare war. Oh, they're drilling too. Ah, crap, they've stopped drilling. No. I saw them drilling. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna stack wipe their troops. Okay. So this is not gonna be a war of expansion. We're gonna keep milking Sambas while they're still a rival for another humiliate war. Especially since our power projection is close to dropping below 50. Of course, as soon as I click, the rebels spawn. Great. Oh, Sambas was even privateering here? Okay. Sure. So let's send the Marines over and then we'll have these troops. Actually no. I didn't have my Navy over here. Whoops, my bad. So we'll get the Navy out. And we should get the crossing. We captured a lightship. We'll split the lightship off later. And we evaporated another fleet. And now we can cross over here. And the good thing my Australian colony had troops over here ready. So they're gonna catch this 4K stack. Oh, that's 3 artillery and 1 cav too. That's nice. We can raid. Oh right, we had a truce with these guys earlier, so we couldn't raid them, but we're gonna raid them now before we occupy any provinces. And actually, I can keep my galleys here. We can have the heavy ships do the raiding. So I'll have the galleys to blockade. I'm gonna go ahead and raid with these guys. We'll also raid this side over here. We'll take the monarch power option there. Okay. Do we still have rebels on this side? Tonga, yeah, we still do. We already have troops in Hawaii. Maui. That's also over here, right? Yeah. Okay, so my 10k stack can deal with all the rebels over there in the Hawaiian Islands. Let's transfer these guys back over to Tonga to deal with the impending rebels. And let's raid while we're at war, while we haven't occupied any provinces. Really get our money's worth from being in this conflict. And there goes Sulu. How much do we need to siege them? Still 3k. I'm just gonna leave 4k over here. let's split off the light ship. We're gonna delete that for the sailors, and then let's split off 4 transports for the ones that are sieging. And actually, how much navy does they have? 2 galleys and 2 transports. So let's do, I could probably just do 2 of my own galleys, and that should be enough alongside the 4 transports that we're leaving. So let's merge that, while the other fleets we're going to go and aid here, because I might need to transfer other troops here. Oh, actually, hold on. I didn't get my Marines out yet, right? Nice stack wipe. Oh, we actually got there before my colony did. Okay, we're just gonna run to Siak now. They're probably not gonna fight us. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna fight us. Okay, my Marines are here. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave them. I guess I can occupy some of Samba's provinces here, but don't really need to. Let's see access. Thing is, they're all like separate islands, so I could, yeah, we could get some more exhaustion on them by occupying those provinces. And then we can just have Australia, can you siege this down? Give the objective to Australia to siege down all the non-fort provinces, while I have my army deal with the fort in Siak. And Pasai, of course Pasai gives access. Right, we're raiding... Have we raided? Oh crap, we haven't raided okay, so that's this side done. Let's raid this. Let's raid this as well. Go over here to raid that. We'll drop off the Marines on the blocked by hostile fort. You're at sea. What are you talking about? What? What hostile fort on a sea zone are you talking about? That is so dumb. What? That's whack. That's whack, bro. What the hell? Okay, send the ships over here to Bonne and raid them as well. We caught... Did we destroy a heavy ship? I think we did. And... oh, they have Sunni zealots. Okay. That's that. Done. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for Yamdena. We don't really need to. Let's go around. We'll raid Palawan and then we'll raid along the coast of Sambas. Where's my fleet? Let's raid here. And there we go. We got enough money from that to pay off some of our loans, which is nice. Oh my god, 25 ships. They have 3 heavy ships and 15 galleys. They're fighting my 40 galleys and it's not looking good for them. Okay, there's Sulu. We're gonna bail our troops out. Or actually, no, we can keep them occupying that. We'll get rid of Sulu's fleet and then we'll put the ships to port so we can pick the troops up faster rather than them having to embark. And 47 galleys. We destroyed... But they lost 12 galleys and 3 transports. We captured 3 transports and 4 galleys out of that. Nice. Let's go ahead and raid this. That should be all of the raid options we have now. Yep. That's all on cooldown. Okay, let's bring the fleet back here. And then we'll split the transports off. Over to that side. Ah, crap, they reinforced. God damn it, okay. They reinforced that. Do we bail the battle? Okay, yeah, we'll drop the battle. I don't want to lose ships, so we'll take the loss, that's fine. But they reinforced is the thing, but we can peace out Sulu at least. So we can cancel this. And... ah, crap, no, I meant to port in Sulu itself. Oh, well. Shit. Okay. I put them in the wrong port. Let's take war reps. All your money, Sulu. That's 9 of Malacca's ships. Where's this transport going? Have them go over here. Yeah, I know that they're black flag. I can't do anything about that. Okay, we're gonna... oh, they caught... well... yeah, we're gonna have to get the, these 6 ships out because of Malacca's, like, light ships running around. I guess I could split... yeah, we could split the transports off. We don't need all of them there. We can just use the galleys to bail these guys out. Excuse me. Okay, we won Siak. And I'm gonna go across to Johor. That was a sneeze. I moved away from the mic already. So if that was still loud, that's probably just from my mic settings, like amplifying that because it detected that I was far from the mic. Okay, we'll give the regular provinces to be sieged by Australia. We'll go ahead and go for the fort. Okay, we can bail our army now. And let's go and stop them from blockading us there. If Sunda manages to take these provinces away from Sambas, that's actually good for me. Wasn't loud in my ears. It sounded like you blew out your diaphragm. Do be like that sometimes. Okay, we'll take Malacca's money and war reps. And just that. That's all. I'll pay off our loans. And so now it's just Sambas once again. And where are their fleets? Because that's 28 over there. split this. We can try and catch them here. And the army that's black flagged, we can just send over to Bangka. And then we can maybe do like an invasion from Pontianak. Right, forgot. We can siege Palawan. Right. We'll leave the 4 transports over here. We'll use the rest of the fleet to try and catch this. They're going to Java Sea. I wonder if I can catch this. That's 28, 8. We have 49 ships. So where's the rest? Are they... Okay, they might be in Batulikan. I don't need... Okay, I don't need this many blockading here. 11 should be enough. Let's move here. Okay, so that's 13 plus 8, 21, 49, yeah, okay, this is their entire fleet blockaded now. What is this? What types are these? Light ships? Okay, light ships, I can just match in number. That's fine. These are also light ships actually, so I can just match that in number again with galleys. And the rest of the fleet can hang out here where their actual combat fleet is, so we can crush it. Let's bring the Marines over. So I can see a 12k stack over here. They have 36, so that means they have another 24k somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, how do we do this? Do they have access all around? Okay, they have access all around apart from here. I can do a landing with my Marines over in Batulikan. Once we occupy it, I can then send my main army to land there. They're pretty far away, so the 24k stack over here is gonna have to go all the way across. So while my Marines are sieging that down, I'm gonna pick up my troops, and then once we occupy this province, I'm just gonna land the troops there, and then we can just walk around. And And then my galleys should annihilate this fleet of light ships. They even have the rest of my transports helping. We captured 3 light ships out of that, so cool. And I'm going to delete the light ships. Get the sailors out of them. Send the army with the artillery over to the fort, and then we'll have the marines siege out the rest of the provinces. And this war should be over pretty soon, but I don't think I can finish it within the session, so I think we'll have to end here. Let me just send this colonist. Yeah, we have like a few minutes left, so let me just send out some orders for my troops. Where is... Right, we destroyed the light ships over there, so we can send the galleys over here. Put the transports over here so we can pick up the marines and we'll send them over on the other side. Saturday Endless Day? Yes, Saturday will be Endless Phase 2 Day. We'll be continuing the Nakalim run. Took a long break because I wasn't available last Saturday. Okay, we're almost taking tech. We're also pretty... We're still... we still are pretty far from global trade. I should have maybe put up advancement effort earlier. That was my bad. We'll keep the transports over here in case we need to bail out the marines. Put the transports to port. Let's see how many light ships we delete there. Okay. They actually retreated in time. 53 days, nice. Let's go. Okay, we can send the army forward. Have the galleys over here on this side. Okay, take it back. We might actually have enough time to piece them out before I end the stream. And... occupy this. I'm actually gonna spend it for the barrage here, so we can get it faster. And once again, we take a battle here with the galleys, and I think we should be destroying their light ships. Captured 1. Send that over to the port. And then let's have the galleys join up over here to blockade. Send the transports over there to port. Okay, as much as I would like to do like another tricky landing on the other side, they're pretty close. They might go for this, so I think we'll just leave the marines to support in case they try to stop the siege. Okay, my troops in Hawaii are there already, so that's fine. Where's the next rebels? Barus. Where the hell's Barus? What? Over there, okay. I don't have troops there. Shit. Where are the other troops? Or other rebels spawning? Maui? So we'll have them in Maui. Send the troops over there. Mom. 49. Can you give it to me? Please. 64, please, this time. You gotta give it to me. 64, man. There we go. 191 days. I will take this fight actually. We're just gonna make a beeline for the fort here with the Marines supporting behind us. Oh, they're just gonna abandon that stack. Okay. They should retreat. They're not retreating. I think they retreated. Okay, fort defense. We'll actually take the defensiveness. We have like one fort and that's the only one, so we might as well take the defensiveness for it. We'll immediately take this. We don't have global trade yet, but it is spreading. 630, 616, 486. Ugh. I don't want to pay with penalty, bro. Yeah. We'll take the hit to innovativeness, even if it's like... I'll take this immediately just so we can get our ruler to higher monarch power right away. And... pay for inflation there. Barrage that. All the marine support behind. I probably don't need them. Okay, never mind there. The war should be over. Let's go for show strength once again. Although I think I need to spend my monarch power. Yeah, because we're gonna cap. So let's spend my monarch power before we do the show strength. I guess I'll just take the tech, huh? Because we're getting monarch power anyway. Yeah, you know what? Sure. As much as I don't like to take the tech for the penalty, we're gonna make the monarch power back with the show strength anyway. And I think we can end here for today. So I'll do the army arrangements like next time, but we can stop here for the day. We're almost going to overtime, but yeah, we are pushing into Java now. We've annexed Bali, we've annexed Buton, we have annexed Pagaruyong, so we actually went beyond Java. We went to Sumatra. This is Sumatra, right? Yeah, we went to Sumatra already. So the next session is going to be pretty much the same thing. We're just gonna eat up the rest of our neighbors over here until we clean up the area, and eventually we will be forming Malaya. And hopefully that also brings us to Empire rank, so that we can get a bit more governing capacity. Nice, we actually, yes, right, tech also gives me governing capacity. Nice, we have space, so we're not hurting anymore for GovCap. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. We are moving along with our expansion pretty nicely, and pretty soon we're going to come into conflict with the Europeans so that we can get those islands and the rest of South Africa. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. For the next stream, it's gonna be Saturday around the same time. We'll be continuing the Nakalim Endless Space 2 run, and then next week on Tuesday we'll be continuing Dark Souls, and then on Thursday we'll continue this EU4. So, thanks to Spar, Toddling Statesman, Lentas, Lunix, and Steel for dropping by. Did I miss anyone? I don't think I missed anyone. Thanks everybody for dropping by. For everyone else, wherever and whenever you're watching from, whether it's live or the VOD, whether it's on YouTube or on Twitch, have a good day, good night, take care, and I'll see you on Saturday for some Endless Space 2.